Take a real-time look here at Bitcoin. Man, I'm tired, man. I don't get no sleep. Ugh. Yeah, this is a pretty smart idea. I like this. So we got basically this big trend line here. This is what we're looking for because we just got this breakout here, and I've got a let me kind of zoom out a bit so we can take a better look at this. Question sure lags my machine down a little bit. Anyways, let me take this one up to. So we're gonna look at this move it over so we can actually see we got this little bottom here at the 50% retracement level there, which is, I mean, I could definitely see it bouncing off of that, and being that that is right there at about 2000, where we at? How far did it go? 1978, dang. But yeah, the looks like the 382, that's kind of the support that it found, because you'll notice, I bet if we zoom in a little bit further, yeah, so it went beneath this line here and shot right back up on the 30-minute. We take it into a 5-minute, we'll probably see something real similar to that. Yep. Yeah, so we had this little test there with that wick, bounced right back up, came back through that resistance there. Dog, like that. Um, yeah, bounced off that line, and then we got this move up here. So if we look at this as an Elliott wave, you got an A, B, C here, and if that is indeed the correction, basically what we're looking for is this retracement. This is going to be the key. We got some major support right here. In fact, I'll go ahead and put that line in there. We got some major support in here. And so what we're looking for is whether or not Bitcoin is going to fall back into this trend or not. Because as you'll notice, every time that it came up to touch this trend line, it corrected back down a number of times. Even here, we got a little test, came back down. Well, you can't really count that because this, if indeed we are out of the correction, this is going to be the start of wave one here. So what we're looking for is a retrace. I don't think it's going to hold support there. I bet we'll probably fall down. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to say actually. Really, we just need to see where this support holds because if this support does end up holding, it's definitely out of the downtrend. Because I mean, according to the fundamentals behind technical analysis, this trend line, if we did get a break out of there, it would correct it back down. You'll notice that we're finding that it found support here at the 38.2. As soon as it touched it, it jumped right back up. Same with that. That always happens when we have a support or resistance line. So I would have expected if we were still in the downtrend, we got to move up here for it to move right back in there and keep working its way back down. So, I mean, based on what it is right now, that is uh, that is certainly well, not certainly, but based on the information that we've got, that is looking as though we've broken out of the downtrend. So, um, I know you were also asking about Litecoin, and I went ahead and made this bigger, this bigger chart here for Litecoin. Now it's too far out. Let me look at the 4 hour, 2 hour. Go. So, ideally we'd love to buy Litecoin in this area. And had I taken a better look at this earlier, I probably would have recommended we wait until at least this level here. But I mean, this is not a bad zone either. So I mean, a few percentage points. I don't even know what the difference there is. Yeah, percent. I mean, it's a decent little chunk of money, absolutely. But um, we're not going. I mean, if we are going to go back into this area, if this downtrend, I mean, as you can see, it's followed the downtrend almost perfectly. So what we're looking for is whether or not we're going to get a break out of here. If it comes up to tap this line as it has in the past, we can be sure that it's still in the downtrend. Um, but as I was saying earlier, if you zoom out, number one, this is the 61.8% trend line. I mean, this is just about all the time. That's where it's going to hold in any move. And we've got this major area of support right here. So even if it does drop down a little bit further, then we're touching this support area too. So I mean, there's a lot of support underneath it at this point. Um, Obviously, until it comes out of this trend line, we can't confirm that Litecoin is um, it has started its next impulse, but this looks like this looks like classic Elliott wave. I mean, let me draw the correction here. You got the A here, B, and C. So assuming that is a correction, and that's all of it, we'll at least get a test of this. And this is what you want to look for. Whether or not we break out of here, if we do something like this, whatever the hell it looks like, um, we'll be good. So that's what we're looking for with Litecoin. And I saw you mentioning on the chat that you were also in Dash, and I haven't even taken a look at Dash recently. Oh, hello. That nice. Um, what was I doing with this thing? I'm having a hard time now. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Grab this. There we go. All right. So how far did this thing go down is the question. First of all, I think I got this thing upside down. There we go. Now, zooming in here. Oh yeah, bounced right off that. Yeah, Dash is looking good. We got basically a double bottom here. I mean, and if I were to draw some trend lines, that'll really give us a little bit more clue into what this thing's doing. To get more sleep, exhausted. Um, that would be a valid trend line. Go ahead and put that down. And we could say A, B, all these indicators are, this is on a daily chart, so I mean, regardless of whatever's happening with Dash, it's going to take a little bit of time before we make any major moves. And I zoomed in, looks like I got another retracement here. So assuming that that was the end, this is what I was thinking, assuming that was the end of the correction, we've got the start of, we can measure this first impulse here and say that this right here would be another good reload zone for Dash if we could get there. This is going to retrace, and if we can get into here, that would be a great buy. But it looks, I mean, this is an hourly chart, and well, we got this big bounce out here. Look closer look. Well, no, I mean, it only stayed up there for a freaking second, so this is a breakout, man, absolutely. 'Cause, I mean, we found support here, and we're gonna get a little consolidation, make a nice little bull flag. Yeah, we're not gonna get down here. Very unlikely. Yeah, so we've got a nice little bull flag looking here. So Dash, absolutely. Glad I called that one because that is a freaking beauty. Well, I got a bunch of Dash. I'd like to buy some more, but that'll work for now. Um, he was still with me, man. Yeah, I get you, man. You got any more questions? Oh, 17 minutes in. How long I've been talking already? Shit. And but it's streaming 60 minutes. You should be about live then. Yo, tell me if you're live. Yeah, I guess it's live, so you should be, unless you backed it up or anything. Did you have any other questions, man? Well, I got this thing up in case anybody else wanted to take a look at it. Yeah, why don't we take a look at Ethereum? Today? One thing I did want to look at anyway, though, Ethereum Classic. I mean, Ethereum making the move that it did, that would be a good one to expect. Let's get now. Oh, hello. Gosh, man. Oh, I hate when I miss stuff like this, dude. Bad. Um. Anyways, there'll be another chance. Yeah, this is classic Elliott Wave. Classic. Gonna retrace though. It's too late now. Absolutely too late. I gotta. One, five, three, four, five. So now there's ETC against the dollar. Oh, that's looking beautiful, man. So while I got this up, what I'd like to see. Let me find a good entry point for this while I got it up. Solid fucking buy right now. Or I mean, not right now, but it will be. Will be soon. There's the daily. We can right here between the 61 and the 78. Nice little rectangle. And ideally, if we could get it under about what is this? 4.2, $4.20. That would be awesome. Fuck, my dog's throwing it. Know what the fuck he ate, man. But yeah, if we could get down there, that'd be great. Um, gosh, this is a daily chart. I don't think. No, it's probably going to act like Ethereum did and bounce off the 38.2 right around here. There's a lot of support there. There's no freaking way it's going to go back. No way. That's a whole week and a half, 2 weeks of support. But yeah, I'd say a good buy zone right here. Ideally, if we could get it somewhere in this area. That'd be a good place for ETC. And obviously, we don't want to enter the trade until we. This is kind of my strategy when I'm looking at this. Like, when this thing goes down to correct, what we want to see is like we want to see a double bottom like that, right around the same area. Once we see that one, then what we want to do is draw a trend line here and then wait for it to break out of there, find support. Then there's our entry zone, wherever that support comes in. So obviously this is way too early. I mean, this is a great short opportunity. Um, but I mean, I'm not messing with Polo anymore, so I'm not going to play that one. Yeah, I might really need to get my Kraken account back up and running because they've got all kinds of margin pairs too. Arrow, never. Nope. All right, man. Well, I'm gonna shut this thing off. Feel free to ask me any more questions, or anybody who's decided to watch it earlier, or decides to watch it later. Feel free to ask me questions, man. I'm always down to do some analysis, pull up a stream. Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and shut this thing off.